What's happening, guys? This is the Grandmaster of Faster, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Stadium for the Nintendo 64. In the previous video, we insulated Surge and his electric Pokemon. And in this video, we have a growing business to attend to because we are going to take on the Celadon Gym Tower, led by Erika. Since Erika specializes in Grass-type Pokemon, I'm going to use my red version team. The reason being is that Grass Pokemon have a ton of weaknesses. They're weak against poison, they're weak against fire, flying, ice, and since many of them are part poison type, they're also weak against psychic as well. But Lass here uses Normal-type Pokemon. As such, we're going to lead off with Rhyhorn. But just in case, I'm going to bring Tauros and Jolteon as backup.
Here's the first opponent of this gym series. A decisive victory is expected.
Well, I don't know if a decisive victory is expected because she led off with her Jigglypuff. And I'm going to have to switch because Jigglypuff's moveset can actually pose Rhyhorn some danger. It is a normal type with the moves Rest, Double Edge, Ice Beam, and Solar Beam. So if you have a ground type, be warned, as you might get hit with super effective attacks. Fortunately, Tauros didn't take much damage. Another thing that can make Jigglypuff annoying is the fact that it can use Rest. Rest is a move that puts the user to sleep for 2 turns, but in exchange, it fully restores their HP. Fortunately, I'm faster than Jigglypuff, so that's not going to be an issue. One more body slam, and that should do it. Okay, that went rather well. 1 down and 1 to go. And how apt that Jigglypuff's fainting animation is it getting flattened and I used Body Slam. And now to fight its evolution, Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff is a normal type with the moves Sing, Body Slam, Thunderbolt, and Thunder Wave. Unlike Jigglypuff, it has no way of damaging Rhyhorn. Well, it does, albeit with ineffective attacks. So it's probably going to use Thunder Wave. Yep, saw that one coming. See, you can outthink the AI if you really try. Let's hit it with an Earthquake, see how much damage that does. I probably should have used Substitute because it might decide to use Sing. No, it goes for the Body Slam instead. And thankfully I didn't get paralyzed, so let's hit it with a Body Slam of our own. A giant stuffed animal and an enormous dinosaur made of rock. Which Body Slam hits harder? Come on, it's not a difficult question at all. And now for her last Pokemon, it is going to be Cubone. Cubone is a ground type with the moves Thrash, Bonemerang, Rage, and Dig. I'm going to start things off by using Substitute because I have a feeling that it's going to use Dig. Yep, saw that one coming. This way I won't take any damage. I don't think I've demonstrated Substitute in this project so far. Substitute is a move that cuts the attacker's HP by a quarter, and you put up a substitute that absorbs attacks for you. So when you are attacked, the substitute will break and you won't take any damage. It's a very tactical move to be sure, but it can be effective if used in the right situation. And that did not do much damage at all. Oh, it's going to go for the Bonemerang. Bonemerang is going to hit twice. And yikes, that did a little more than I thought it would. Let's go ahead and hit it with an Earthquake and see how much damage that does. That should be a little bit more effective than Rock Slide. Admittedly, I forgot that Rock-type moves aren't very effective against Ground-type Pokemon. And again, it goes for the Dig. I don't think I'm going to survive another Dig, so I'm going to switch out to Tauros and hope for the best. In fact, I probably should have done that in the first place because Tauros has Blizzard. Well, aren't I the dummy? Alright, it's gonna go for the Dig, and yep, survived it with no problem. And once again, I thank the heavenly stars that Blizzard has 100% accuracy in Generation 1. And down goes Cubone.
Is it down and out? And there goes the
Alright, that is battle number 1 taken care of. 1 down, and 3 to go. So let's continue onwards. Round 2 is against Beauty, and her team is a little bit more diverse than that of Lass's. I'm going to lead off with Starmie in this fight because its attacks are super effective against all of her team. But just in case, I'll bring in Tauros and Jolteon as well.
How will the gym's second opponent conduct battle? We'll need a strong effort to win.
And thanks to Starmie, I'll have just that. Beauty is leading off with her Rhyhorn. Not exactly what I would call a beautiful Pokemon, but to each their own. Rhyhorn is a ground and rock type with the moves Fury Attack, Horn Drill, Takedown, and Thunder. Yeah, it's got Thunder for type coverage, but its special is still crappy, so one Blizzard takes it down. I'm expecting a clean sweep for this fight, but you never know what could happen. Alright, Pokemon number 2 is going to be Seeking. Seeking is a water type, Supersonic, Waterfall, Horn Drill, and Ice Beam. Kind of an interesting moveset. Watch out for Horn Drill, as that can obviously one-hit KO you. And I'm kind of surprised that Seeking didn't go down. I guess that has to do with Starmie not getting stabbed for its Thunderbolt. Now I am confused. That is going to pose some trouble. Come on, Starmie. No, you did not come through for me. The good news is that Seeking can't really do that much damage to me. And take a look, we get to see the Pokemon Stadium animation of Waterfall, which I think is the exact same animation that's used in Pokemon Stadium 2, and Waterfall could be learned by more Pokemon. And I get hit twice in a row. Wouldn't it be embarrassing if Starmie were to actually lose to a Seeking of all things? And at this rate, it just might. Because already I'm down to half health. Come on, Starmie. Thank you! Ah, third time was the charm. And down goes Seeking.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
So what is your next Pokemon going to be? It's going to be Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto is a normal and flying type with the moves Sand Attack, Quick Attack, Wing Attack, and Fly. It's probably going to use Fly for its... Oh no, it goes for Quick Attack instead. Now hopefully I can snap out of confusion. Ah, thank you, Pokemon gods. You love me. And Pidgeotto loves taking blizzards to the face. Alright, it wasn't the clean sweep I was expecting, but even still, Starmie did carry the entire battle. Yeah, I just ran into a bit of bad luck with the confusion. I mean, technically, when your Pokemon's confused, it has a 50% chance of hitting itself, but sometimes I think the odds are against me. Then again, what Pokemon trainer hasn't felt that way? Trainer number 3 is going to be Cool Female. Interestingly enough, the Lass, the Beauty, and the Cool Female all appeared in Erika's gym in the mainstream Pokemon games. So, kind of a nice little reference there. Now, her team has some poison types, and there are also some normal types as well. So I'm going to lead off with my Alakazam. But just in case she decides to bring that Marowak out, I will use Tauros as well. I'll also need Tauros in case she sends out Chansey. As for the last Pokemon, let's go ahead and use Exeggutor.
Here's the third trainer battle with only the gym leader left after this. What kind of battle can we expect to
Admittedly,
see?
I didn't plan out my individual teams ahead of time, but so far I don't think it's been holding me back that much. Anyway, we're leading off with Lickitung, or rather, Cool Female's leading off with Lickitung. Lickitung is normal type with the moves Ice Beam, Supersonic, Fire Blast, and Surf. Quite the type coverage. And again, it goes for the Supersonic, but this time it fails. I don't know if any of you watched the anime episode where Lickitung made its debut, but trust me when I say that it is one of the funniest episodes in the original Indigo League. Jessie catches a Lickitung, and the battle between her and Misty is so funny. It had me rolling on the floor laughing the first time I watched it.
The next Pokemon is being pressed.
And her next Pokemon is going to be, I thought this would come out, Chansey. Chansey is a normal type with the moves Double Slap, Sing, Light Screen, and Double Edge. I need to paralyze this thing ASAP because Chansey has the highest HP stat of any Pokemon in the game. This is easily her toughest Pokemon, and it's gonna put me to sleep, isn't it? Yep! Oh dear, this isn't good. So I'll have to switch. Now, I know Tauros is faster than Chansey, and as gargantuan as Chansey's special stat is, it's not that really great in the physical department. Fortunately, that's where Tauros shines. Alright, let's hit it with the Body Slam and hope Chansey gets paralyzed yet again. If you can paralyze Chansey, it's going to be much easier because it is without a doubt her toughest Pokemon. And yeah, take a look at how much damage that did.
What's this?
Ha! Your Double Edge means nothing. I think your Double Edge is a little dull, if you don't mind me saying.
What a furious
Let's hit it with another Body Slam, and that should take care of it once and for all.
Body slam.
Now, since Alakazam is asleep, I'm gonna have to rely on Tauros to carry this battle.
There's a difference in the number of reserve
Depends on what her
Pokemon.
last Pokemon is, though. And it is going to be Nidorino. Yeah, Alakazam would have come in handy for that. Nidorino is a poison type with the moves Focus Energy, Fury Attack, Thunderbolt, and Reflect. Thankfully, I have Earthquake, which is super effective.
Perfect day.
And it didn't quite take it out, so it's going to respond with a Thunderbolt. That shouldn't do too much damage. Yeah, the Mito family line has some pretty good type coverage in its moveset. I mean, it can learn Rock Slide, it can learn Earthquake, it can even learn some Ice attacks, of all things. I'm not 100% sure if they can learn Fire Blast, but it wouldn't surprise me if they could. And down goes the third trainer. Very nice. All three trainers defeated without too much trouble. Although the beauty gave me a little bit of a heart attack, based on how much she wore down Starmie. But this is the main event. We are going up against Erika, and true to her nature, her team consists entirely of grass types. 4 of them are part poison, so naturally Alakazam is the perfect choice to lead off this battle. But just in case Execute or Tangela comes in, I'm gonna bring out Jolteon. Last but not least, I'll bring out Tauros because of its Blizzard attack. I could bring out Starmie, but that would put me in a vulnerable position.
It's on. The battle against Erika, the Celadon Gym Leader and a Grass Pokémon artist. Smart strategy is the key to victory.
She is an artist because, according to her bio on Bulbapedia, Erika teaches the art of flower arranging. Sadly, I will have to uproot her. She leads off with her Execute, which is a grass and psychic type. It is armed with the moves Hypnosis, Leech Seed, Toxic, and Psychic. Erika's main strategy is to inflict your Pokemon with some status ailments in order to wear down their health and weaken them, and then finish you off with powerful attacks. In Execute's case, it's Psychic. But since it is a grass and psychic type, it should be vulnerable to bug attacks if they actually hit.
What's that?
And I am getting so many messages right now that it's really annoying. I'll have to deal with that later. For now, I have a gym battle to win.
What's this?
Only 2 hits? That's pathetic. I was hoping for more. And I'm surprised she keeps trying to use Toxic, because I would have expected her to use Leech Seed. If she uses Leech Seed, that can spell trouble because you don't want your Pokemon's HP getting absorbed. Speaking of your Pokemon's HP getting drained, that's another thing you'll have to deal with in this battle, because some of her Pokemon will absorb and Mega Drain to sap your HP, and how are you still surviving? That Pin Missile is supposed to be quad effective, and it's hitting an unevolved Pokemon, no less. Alright.
This matchup has become one-sided.
One more Thunderbolt, and that should bring you down once and for all.
Thunderbolt.
Presto!
It's a hit.
Execute has been scrambled.
Is it down and out?
So now she's got 2 Pokemon left. What are they going to be? She's gonna go for Vileplume. Vileplume is a grass and poison type with the moves Acid, Absorb, Solar Beam, and Body Slam. Vileplume is incredibly slow, so you should have no problem outspeeding it. It's got a lot of weaknesses, and strangely enough, it doesn't know any moves that can inflict a status ailment. I want to see how much this Body Slam does. That really didn't do all that much. So I'm fairly confident a Psychic will KO it in 1 hit. In the mainstream Pokemon games, her Vileplume had Petal Dance, which is really, really dangerous. And how did you survive? The only way Vileplume can inflict a status ailment is if it gets paralysis off Body Slam. Thankfully, that didn't happen. A Psychic Blast that will take out Vileplume, so that's one of her tougher Pokemon down. I will say that her toughest Pokemon is probably Victreebel, as it can definitely hurt you with Razor Leaf. But instead of that, she has her Gloom. Oh, look at those googly eyes. They're a little bit terrifying. Gloom is a grass and poison type with the moves Acid, Sleep Powder, Petal Dance, and Mega Drain. So it trades a bit of firepower in exchange for using Sleep Powder and Petal Dance. But it's no match for Alakazam. And that is it. The 4th tower has been cleared. Needless to say, I'm feeling pretty happy. That tower really didn't give us much trouble at all. Yeah, ironically, her Gloom contains a similar moveset to what her Vileplume used in Red, Blue, and Yellow. But that's another subject entirely, because we received the key from Erika, and we opened Koga's tower. So next time on Let's Play Pokemon Stadium, we are going to take on Koga. See you guys next time. Hey, did you like what you saw? Then be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter for updates on my videos. Also, do you want to record LP videos like me? Then check out my kit page for my go-to equipment for recording.